I want to talk a little bit about more about the book, because you also talk in there about Bari. And I've talked to both of you about this separately, but this is sort of a piece of your awakening on where you were working, what your own values were, and whether these people who were so accepting of so many and so many things and people
I'm gonna blush.
were in fact accepting of you. They couldn't have cared less that you were a lesbian. That's of course big.
No, it was a good thing.
Yeah, that's big.
That's great
on the left. Though I think the right's fine with it now.
Oh yeah,
for the most part.
No, the gays have won. The gays have won.
That's why they had to move on to the weird trans stuff and abandon the gays, and now there's the divide. But anyway, it was the fact that she is not a hard lefty. She's more heterodox in her approach to issues.
Very controversial. She was a Biden voter who never voted Bernie or never wanted Bernie. It was really, she's within the New York Times community. She was considered a radical right winger. I mean, it was, So I don't know. It basically, in tandem with reporting on some of this stuff that was happening, I also fell in love with someone who was on the wrong side of the movement. And I, for a while, was a little naive about it. I didn't think it would be an issue because I was sort of like, I still believe in these core beliefs. I'm still pro-choice. I still want universal health care. These are the things that matter. This is what defines politics, right? But no, because the political movement is a social movement. It's not a checklist of policies. And by falling in love with someone outside of it, I had violated kind of the social contract of it. And I couldn't change that reality. I just
so the reality changed you.
Yeah, a little bit. I think it just was a wake-up call for me to realize that pleasing this movement and pleasing this really increasingly tight, increasingly strict group was not going to make for a happy life. And it was a impossible ask of myself and a miserable ask of myself to squelch curiosity as a reporter, and then to not love someone who was just a fraction of the way politically different from this movement. It seemed ridiculous, and I just couldn't go along with it. And yeah, then I ended up marrying her. So I don't know. It all kind of worked out in the end.
So did people fall away?
Oh, yeah.
People who surprised you?
Yeah, of course. Of course. I mean, I would, yeah. Yeah.
I'm just wondering if you have, because of course I've been through controversies in my own past. And for me, when the people fall away, you don't realize it immediately. It's like...
Some of them told me right away.
Oh, they did? Okay. In my case, it was like several months went by or a year or two, and I'm like, oh, whatever happened to that person? And then you realize, oh, yeah, fuck them.
The main thing where there was no I was never canceled. I don't have like a sob story to tell. Like, I feel very empowered by my life. And even leaving the Times, I left, and then Bear had started an amazing, at the time, very little newsletter, and I joined, and it was growing. And so things didn't feel, I don't feel like I'm like here with my violin, but there was the one moment when there was a real sort of fracture was when everyone on staff at the Times was supposed to tweet about this one young editor who had somehow contributed to the Tom Cotton op-ed that ended up getting all, the opinion editor fired and all of this. And we were all supposed to tweet that this op-ed puts our Black colleagues in danger. And basically, we were all supposed to kind of join a call to get this young guy fired.
Is this the guy who wrote the piece coming out with how they made him choose the starburst?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
And I just wouldn't send the tweet.
What's his name?
Adam Rubenstein. He's amazing. He's fabulous.
Yeah. Okay.
I just couldn't send the tweet. I couldn't do it. I just didn't want to cancel him. And I had been part of canceling people before, so I wasn't opposed to the idea. But I just couldn't do it. I was too weak, I think. I was too soft at that point.
Whatever the word. Maybe too strong.
And by not doing that, then I got people in my life wrote me basically saying, by not doing this, you are endorsing violence against Black people.
Oh, my Lord.
And yeah, no, seriously, I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. And so I write about it and I write about it in one of the last, I think the last chapter. And I mean, at a certain point, you just, no, anything I say, I make myself sound like too like heroic in this. I'm not.
Say what you're going to say.
No, just
the audience will decide if you're a hero.
Most of the book is not flattering of me, I think, and I think rightly so. I'm implicated in a lot of it, but at a certain point, you have to say, like, enough is enough, and I'm not just going to go along with what my friends are doing, even if I really love these people, because it's a frenzy. And that year and those 2 years, and I think what we're seeing right now is a frenzy. It's not reasonable. It's not rational. It's lying about what it is. It's lying about what its intentions are. And you just have to take a breath and step out of it.
It's very Salem witch trial-y, where we're just being told over and over again, this one's a witch and this one's a witch. Yeah. And the mob is following, ready to stone her to death or burn her to death. And then there are a few fallouts who are like,
I know.
Maybe she just really likes the moon. I'm not sure. She makes fire with like sticks. That's not a thing. It's fine. Did you know Fast Growing Trees is the biggest online nursery in the U.S. with more than 10,000 different kinds of plants and over 2 million happy customers? And now you can grow lemon, avocado, olive, or fig trees. They have houseplants too. Fast Growing Trees makes it easy to order online and ship directly to your door in 1 to 2 days. You can even find the perfect fit for your specific climate, location, and needs. Whether you are looking to add some privacy, some shade, or some natural beauty to your yard, Fast Growing Trees is ready to help you make the right selection from their nursery. And right now, they have some of the best deals online, like up to half off on select plants and more. Viewers get an additional 15% off when using the code Megyn at checkout. That's an additional 15% off at fastgrowingtrees.com using the code MEGYN at checkout. Go to fastgrowingtrees.com, code Megyn. This offer won't last forever. Tell them I sent you. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.